Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody who has been subscribed and has always stayed and been patient with me. I know it's been a while since I did this and posted some content and stuff. I know some of the content is missing. Guys, I was struggling a whole lot. A whole lot was just happening. But today I am trying to come back. I am really trying to come back. Now I'm just gonna just say I am sorry, but I am trying to come back on the anyways. So thank you so much for tuning in on this video. To the new subbies, please do. Well, to my new visitors, you guys are not yet subbies until you click on that subscribe button, subscribing to my YouTube channel. So please do subscribe, like, and comment, to the old subbies, Bona, thank you so much for being loyal and staying on. I mean, saying, I'm collecting. I wonder if you follow me on Instagram and my WhatsApp, if you have my WhatsApp numbers, I've been saying I'm collecting content, so I was still collecting content for you guys. I am not feeling well. I'm a bit flu-y. I've been having flu for the past, I think, 1.5 months, if not almost 2 months actually. So please don't mind my sniffing and so I'll be stepping out to go blow my nose. I'll be stepping out to just quickly go blow my nose, but I don't think it will be that bad. I think I'll be able to record this. So guys, I've been having a whole lot of work to do, personal work, nothing to do with YouTube or a 9-to-5, but the work that I'm doing is basically my current 9-to-5. And as I'm recording this video, I've got a certain deadline that I need to meet that I will do after doing this video. So I'm gonna do a story time. Which one is this one? How I got to Sanka. How I became an addict, if I can say. Guys, no, I'm not an addict. I haven't been an addict. It's just me being a child, going through my youth levels and times. Right, so let's just get right into it and let's not just waste any more time. So I was once admitted to a rehab only because my school had forced me at that time, right? So this happened when I was in grade 10. No, it was grade 11. I was doing grade 11, right? So I went to this new school, somewhere in Recherpark. I don't think I'll be able to say the name of the school, but it's somewhere in Recherpark. But if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Right. Let's get right into it. Okay, so one morning, so at that time, I was going through adolescence, if I can say, where I kind of like had a problem with my weight. I kind of had a problem with certain things. And then, fine, as the year went, when I was doing my grade 11, an old friend of mine from primary school came to the school, because I'm not sure if she was kicked out or something like that at her previous school, but I'm just not sure what was going on there. But yeah, fine, she came to the school and I was like, oh girl, you here? And she was like, yeah girl, I'm here. Oh, okay, at least. And also I was one of the people that she had known at that time, so it just made sense to be comfortable with me and vice versa, sharp. So fine, I wouldn't say she's the reason why I started smoking weed, but when she came through, it was something that we started doing because we wanted to start on our weight loss journey. And for some odd reason, weed just made sense because everybody had just said, if you smoke weed, you'll lose weight. Bullshit. Bull. Right. There's no such thing. But fine. Also, there's this girl that we used to go to school with. She's an influencer, content creator. She's just in that public figure world, So we're like, oh, if we can get somewhere here. But me, I didn't really want to do much. I just wanted to tone a little bit, And she just wanted to get there. So the plan was every morning we're gonna, have a joint. That was the entire plan for the longest time. Cool, sharp. So what happened then? Fine. There was a time where I think we had forgotten to pay, because my dad would always pay like 2 months, 3 months in advance for my fees. So that month we had forgotten that this was the last 3 months or the last second month of paying the fees. We need to pay again for the rest of the month. Cool. So I got suspended from school. So I got back home and I gave them the letter. Immediately went to go pay for my fees. So before you get to class, you need to go to the office and then they give you some sleepnyana, sissy green, if I'm not mistaken. It was green, yellow, or pink, depending on which grade you were. So, yeah. Got that. So before, so we went to go pay the fees. Sharp. The next day I go back to school and we do the norm. Light a joint. So that time the t-shirt that I had on had printings and stuff. And that printing would hold the smoke. And I had nails on. So that plastic, now it sucks the smoke in. Fine, cool. I go to school. I go to the office. As I'm standing there, the deputy principal says, I'm kidding. She didn't say that because she's white. She can't say here. But she was like, no, man, I'm smelling something illegal over here. She started smelling all of us there. And she was like, yeah, Musi, it's you. And I was like, shit. Yo, bro, she made me stand there. She smelled everything. And I stood there and I denied and I said, no, it's not me. Guys, kuribona. Everything in me says, Nje, kuwena mtase. The clap is coming from you. Okay, cool, whatever. I stand there. And then there's one of the ladies in the office, Makums. Yeah. Umakums, athi hayi mntana sekhaya kukhambeli kahle. Kuzokusiza ukuthi bona say the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay. I find then the principal and the deputy principal come. It was hard for me at school, all my schools, especially from high school, from grade 8. My dad works with the Department of Education. And obviously that means sometimes you need to go to the schools and inspect, as a person that works with the Department of Education, just to check if the schools are running well, syllabus is right, everybody's just up to date. Basically, that was part of his job. Cool. So fine, me going to that school, everybody just knew, okay, wena. I remember my first high school principal, Nagatumpisa Ngwana Zuma. Arona Ungwana Zuma, but you're naughty. So yeah. So it was easy for everyone to know me, especially my surname, like to call me by my surname, because we have a district official who is a Mr. Musi. So, girl. All right, fine. So I get there. Oh, the principal and the deputy principal get there, and they asked me the question, did you smoke dacha? And I said, yes, I did. Okay, so who's your dealer? And I'm like, my dealer? I don't have a deal, you know. So now there comes a part where I had to snitch, you know. I really had to snitch because it was a matter of, if you do not tell us what's going on, you will not come back to the school. Okay, cool, fine. Eventually I had to say me, and I did a bad thing there, and I'm sorry. But I really had to. It was a matter of life and death, my dear, you know. So I had to snitch her, and we'll call her Joy for story's sake. So I did say, no, it was Joy. Joy came with it, and we decided to do the things. Cool, sharp. So they call parents and stuff. Oh, my mom just... Okay, cool. So Joy, fine. They call parents. They already called my parents. So my mom was already on her way to school to come get me, because we had to. So they had said I need to go do a drug test. Sorry, my mom had just gotten back home. Okay, fine. So we had to do a drug test and come back with the results. Fine, my mom gets me. We go to Sanka Horizons in Boxburg. Get my drug test. Obviously, everything else comes back negative besides cannabis. Fine. We take the results back to school. I can't remember if it was before or what. No, I think my mom was already there. Then they called Ujoy to come up. When they called Ujoy to come up, they asked Joy, what's going on? This is what Musi is saying. Joy says, no, that's not true. She's lying. Kat would also make me or force me to smoke cigarettes. And I was, girl, what? Say what? I did what? Yo, guys, I got so pissed. This one is lying. Guys, I get so pissed. Yo, I got so pissed. Shame. Aye. Kore, I'm just like, this girl can't feel. So much lies. Aye, bontombazan. Aye, okay, fine. She says whatever she says. And they be like, no, we're gonna wait for your drug tests and whatnot. They telling Joy. But the sad thing about that situation was it took Joy a couple of days to come back with the test results. And when they came back saying negative, right? And in my situation, my mom is a Mzalwane, God-fearing woman. So we went to Sanka the same day, got my result, my test done, came back, they said positive. Fine, I get to school, show them the test. Oh, so when you're doing the test results and stuff and they come out positive, so you get a little mini therapy session with the therapists from the rehab, and they ask you a lot of questions, and that will determine if should you do an in program or an out program. So an in program is when you are admitted into rehab and you stay there until the whole process is done. An out program is, I almost said outreach, but the out program is when you can do whatever. You can go to school, you can be at home, but need to come back certain days for the therapy sessions to help you get out of the bad decision making that you made, you know. So yeah. So after doing the therapy session with the therapist there, she then says, no, there's no need for her to do the in program, so she can do the out program. Fine. Go to school, take the letters that they gave me and everything. Cool. When we got there, My principal said, nope, I ain't taking this in. My dear, you are going to sit, you're going to do the in program, and then after, only then you can come back to my school. But if you do not do the in program, don't bother coming back after your suspension. Hi. Okay, so we take that home, we go back to Sanka and tell them, and Sanka says, no, it will be wasting time, whatnot. So we go back to school and we tell them what Sanka says. My principal says, listen here, ma'am. If Sanka refuses to take this girl in, we refuse to keep her here to come study here, to continue with her studies here. So if she does not get admitted, then you must find another school for her. Then I'm like, what? Okay. My mom says, okay, we're going to go speak to her dad and see and find out what she says, and then we'll get back to you with the response. Okay, cool, sharp. We leave. Now I'm done with the school issue, and now my mom is just so pissed. She was mad because it's an expense. Doing the drug test was an expense. I can't remember how much was it. Yeah, I really can't remember how much it was. I've tried asking my mom if she remember how much was the drug test, and she can't remember. I think it was about 2,000, 3,000 rand at that time, and that was quite expensive, you know. And now on her way back home, she is just so pissed. She's telling me how I need to pay her back her money for these useless, stupid drug tests that I made her pay for. For what, vele? Yabo? So fine. Get home. Now we get home. Now I'm shitting my pants, guys. The worst person was my dad. I was scared of my dad, bro. I was scared. Okay, I still am scared of my dad. I think it's out of respect. You know, when you respect your parents, like your fear is not fear yoguti, they abuse you, but it's fear yoguti. Oh, I failed this guy. I failed this person. Like, yo, how come, you know? So now fine, I get home. My mom is pissed. She's just not talking to me. I get into my room, went straight to bed. I went to bed and I just laid down, you know. Fine, my dad comes back. Now I'm panicking. I think it was a Wednesday because my mom had cell group. Yes, my mom had cell group. I didn't go because I've got bigger issues, bro. Fine, I stay in bed. My dad comes back. He knocks on my door. He asks me what happened. And I tell him what happened. I told him everything. And shame, he was very supportive. Yes, he was disappointed, you know, but he was very supportive. But these were his rules to me. This is what he said to me. He said, okay, ma'am, we need to see how we sort out your thing. Are you going to rehab? Are you willing to go to rehab? And I kept quiet. He said to me. So I think also I took advantage of the fact that he works with Department of Education. Bro, can't you do something? I mean, you know. But at that time, he had to be a parent, you know. As a parent, and when your child is wrong, you punish them, you know, and you do it out of love. And also, he made that decision because he knew I would mess up some more. So he had to be hard on me. He had to be a bit firm on me, you know. So, so he said to me, are you willing to go to rehab, ma'am? And I just kept quiet. And he said to me, if you don't go back to that school, it means you're going to have to come and study around more ligationing. There's nothing wrong with studying collocationing, guys. Absolutely nothing wrong. It's just that now I need to change certain things, like my home language has to be now Vernac, and English has to be a first additional language. That's the first thing that came to my mind. And in my head, I'm like, Zulu is so hard. I can't afford to do that, you know? I mean, I'd be saving a lot. I mean, walking to school, you know, all those things. School is just here. And I mean, I had a couple of friends at those schools, so it wasn't really much of a train smash. But the first thing that came to my mind is it's mid-year. Changing schools mid-year. And me having to change and make Zulu my home language was the biggest problem of my life. I couldn't. So I said, you know what, it's fine. I'll go to rehab. I said, it's cool. I'll go to rehab. I'll do whatever they say I must do. Cool. So we went to Sanka. When we got to Sanka, we had to make them understand, listen, I understand. So my parents here had to explain and be like, we understand, our daughter's not an addict. She doesn't really have to do the inpatient program. But the school says, so we need to get her here so that she can go back to school, you know. And Tyson said, okay. So what my dad had said was, at least give her the lowest days that you have so that she can just get the certificates that she was here, and then she can go back to school, you know. And okay, cool. The therapist there was very understanding, and she's like, okay, cool, we can just get her the 28 days program. She can come in blah 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 blah. Yo, guys, do you understand how much rehab costs? Rehab was like I think we paid 23,000. That's a lot of money, bro. That is a lot of money. So yeah. I'm not sure if the medical aid paid for it. I think if it paid just a low amount, and in the balance, my parents had to, you know, take it out from their pockets. Bro, that's another pissing off story, brother. Like, this is an expense, an unplanned, unnecessary expense. Okay, fine. So, also, before I could get admitted, obviously they had to make space. So I had to wait for someone to leave so that I can come in, you know. So that means more days chilling at home. Fine. I did that. So, yeah. So after doing everything, signing and everything, they gave us instructions. When I get there, I must do this, blah, 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 blah. Sharp. So fine, went back to school and told them I'm going to do the in program. They made space for me. So I'm going to start. I think I started on the 20th of August. Yes. So I stayed there from the 20th of August until the 21st of September. Yo, guys. Yes, so I chilled. So fine. I think I had a week before I had to get admitted at rehab, guys. That was the longest week of my life. It was the longest week of my life. Yeah, so I got to rehab, chilled for that longer period. I got to see my parents twice a week on Thursdays, because they had therapy sessions also as parents. So they'd come and then would see them for like an hour, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, for an hour that Thursday after their meeting. They come to us for an hour and then they go back home. And then on Sundays had like a great 4 hours, if I'm not mistaken. I think Sunday visitations were longer than the Thursday ones. So on Sundays, they'd do the things and come back. You know, Yeah, so we did that I was in rehab for like a good 28 days. I came out, it was a Sunday, the 21st of September. And yeah, I immediately after coming back, guys, my therapist even forgot sorry, I had to go out that Sunday. If I had not reminded her, sorry, ma'am, you need to give me my papers. I need to leave this place on Sunday. Because she comes Monday until... No, she comes from Sunday. No, Sundays she's not around. She comes Monday till Friday. Weekend she's not really around unless there's an emergency or anything of that sort. So when I reminded her it was a Friday, I said, ma'am, please, my papers, I need to sign certain documents because I want to leave this place on Sunday, ma'am. She laughed. She said, oh my gosh, that is so soon, Katligo. And I said, ma'am, I understand. I love you too, but please, I want to go home. And she really did the things for me, you know. And then, but she had to come back on Saturday because we had to have a therapy session before I left to check if am I okay, am I in a good state of mind, am I, you know. So yeah, on Sunday my parents came, they took me, we went to church. I asked them, I want to go to church, so please come as soon as possible, please, ma'am and sir, come get me as soon as possible. I want to go to church. And we are all going to church as a family. Got it? That's right. And that's what was done. Yes, so they came to get me and then we went to church. After church, we came back home and we bonded as a family. And yes, we had the talk that you need to fix your life, ma'am. If you don't fix your life, we're not going to be there to bail you out all the damn time. So if this happens again, it means you will be attending school here. Got it? Got it. That's right. So everybody, when I went back to school, everybody was just so shocked because I got to understand that everybody that was forced to go to rehab and could not come back to school after that whole process, I understood where it was coming from because rehab is quite expensive. I think rehab at that time was like 23,000 Rand for my 4 weeks. Now imagine I'm not a real addict and I had to stay that 4 weeks, so I had to pay 23,000 for that 4 weeks. Imagine those that have to stay longer than 4 weeks, those that stay 6 weeks upwards. And then what about them? That is an expense on its own. So that's why I got to understand why after being caught, they can't come back to school because it's expensive. It really is so expensive. So yeah, guys, that's how I became a junkie. I used to say hi, I'm Kat and I'm an addict, and everybody had to acknowledge me as Kat, the addict. Guys, it was so funny. But I will do more story times on life in rehab, you know, but I won't be able to go deeper about them because yeah, it's very, you know. But yeah, anyways guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. A brother or a sister or a nephew or anybody that you know that really wants to change their life, who are addicts and stuff but really want to change their life, I highly recommend Sanka Horizons. It's in Boksburg. I'll probably put the details here, but it's one of the best. I'm telling you, it's amazing. The sisters there, especially, I'm not sure about the adult side because I was still young, I was still a teenager and everything. So it's Sanka Horizons. I think, I don't know how to, I forgot how they labeled it for the young ones. But if you're young, you're a teenager, it's amazing. I'm telling you, it is amazing. It is the best place. The sisters there are amazing. The therapist there is amazing. She is the best. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this time around I'll be loyal and I will keep on keeping on, right? Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Please do like and comment. Please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please do hit the notification bell. Not get you look, I am collecting content for y'all. Please trust me. Believe me when I say I'm collecting content for y'all. Anyways, love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye.